I don't care if I am dying. If I'm helping you out and your partner is sitting in my house, just sitting there eating my food and watching me clean up and struggle, bro, I don't care, bro, if I have no legs, no arms. I am swinging. Nah, I'll pick up the phone. Tinder? I'll show her. I said, what's this? What do you mean Tinder? 1,000. Not one, not two, not three, not 100. 1,000. Bro, you're out of your mind. Right, I saw the title of this one and this one sounds crazy. My 25M wife, 25F, has 1,000+ matches on Tinder. We are high school sweethearts. Have a young son. Bro, that's... yeah, I don't even know, bro. Apparently this guy, using throwaway since my wife knows my Reddit, I'll be slightly changing details and ages as well. Alright. I mean, if she sees this, she's gonna know it's her 100%. I, 25 male, have had a solid relationship with my wife, 25 female, since the beginning. We met in middle school and started dating as sophomores. Also, by the way, I'm new to Twitter, but I know this. 25M, not 25 million, 25-year-old male. I'm learning, mate. I'm learning. The Reddit slang. Even back in 8th grade, we knew we would end up together. We just couldn't date at that time due to her parents' wishes, which was fine. In retrospect, I nor any other 8th grader is ready for any sort of committed relationship. Why not? That's old enough. Once during freshman year, she was being bullied by some senior soccer players. She was on the team. Was she varsity? What did they say? What's that meme? Are you varsity league? Whatever the fuck that means.
We lost both times. It's a line coach.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Oh, what the...
It was just standard teenage crap. I wrote her a card telling her how much her friendship meant to me. How glad I was that she was in my life, and I gave her a small necklace too. Nothing expensive. In fact, it's made of plastic, but she loved it. Hugged me, told me that she never wanted us to devolve into strangers, and she has worn the necklace essentially every day since. Now I fear that if my mental health is any importance to me, I may be forced to make a stranger. Dun, dun, dun. We went to the same college. She followed me to school, something I advised her not to do unless she wanted to go to the institution on its own merits. She insisted she did, and that had nothing to do with it. Dated throughout, went to parties together, etc. I never worried about her fidelity, and she never worried about my own. Something I thought was a good sign. If she was worried about my faithfulness, I thought she may be projecting about her own struggles with upholding our mutual trust. Fast forward 2 years ago, we are both newly graduates. I get a solidly paying job right out of college as a writer for a local newspaper. Also took on editing duties and being in a pretty big city. I was paid well and is actually a minor celebrity in the area. Alright, mate. I also go on TV to report from time to time, and I am featured as a guest on some local programs. My then girlfriend and I get an apartment in the city. She also had a decent job as a manager at the local restaurant. Things were going smoothly. I'm not being arrogant. This is an important detail for the next bit. Around 18 months ago, I get a call from my girlfriend. She's pregnant. I, being 23 years old at the time, was of course a bit frazzled. I considered the options in my head. Adoption, abortion, being a father. Bro, let me tell you something right now. Never, ever, ever consider abortion, bro. Yes, you might be young, but first of all, you decided to nut in her, so take responsibility. And she decided to let you nut in her, so she needs to take responsibility. Don't abort a kid. It's not the kid's fault. And listen, you grow up loving your kid. People always do. You never regret having a kid. I didn't raise those first two options to then my girlfriend. I thought that may come off as insensitive. She wanted to keep it. I figured I was young, wealthy, mature for my age, though I suppose most young adults think that. I agreed that we should keep it, and once that decision was made, I got pretty excited at the prospect of being a father. Pregnancy went well until the very end. Then girlfriend got injured. She dealt with depression after that. Irrationally think that the baby was hurt despite our doctor confirming that it was fine. I decided to propose to her. I wanted to marry her for sure, and it would be good for the baby to have a mom and a dad who were married. I thought I also wanted to cheer her up. We got married a few months after the birth of our son. She got serious postpartum depression, and my job got more demanding. I wasn't able to be home as much. My status grew, and my wife was still carrying a little weight. Still not overweight, but she was clearly upset about it. She seemed really insecure that I was cheating, but I wasn't, not even close. I'll never even consider that. Last week, my wife leaves the phone on our kitchen table and she does the dishes. It vibrates and I look over at it. I wasn't trying to snoop. Sometimes when the phone vibrates, your first reaction is to take a glance. It was a new Tinder match. My heart instantly started racing, but my wife was across the room, so I didn't pick her up to further investigate. I couldn't sleep that night for obvious reasons, and my wife finally knocked out around 1 in the morning. Baby keeps us both up. My curiosity getting the best of me, I open her phone. We each have our fingerprints registered on the other's phone. She was over 1,000 matches. I didn't dare look at the conversations. It would have killed me. I put the phone down and don't sleep at all that night. Bro, Hell nah, bro. I'm reading that shit straight away. What do you mean? What do you mean didn't dare look? Bro, it's around a week later and I've probably slept a total of 13 hours since then. I can't eat. When my wife asks what's wrong, I just chalk it up to my work, which is also getting affected. I'm at a loss. Really, I can't talk to my friends about this since a lot of them are also close to my wife, and I'm not sure she's actually met up with any of the matches, so I don't want to make a big deal over nothing. Sorry for the long post, my mind's been racing forever and I haven't slept. Oh, first of all, like, bro, I am reading that instantly. As soon as the message is there, I don't care, bro. I'm saying, what's this? I'll tell her. That's the thing. I don't hide and go around your back and do this nonsense and... Nah, I'll pick up the phone. Tinder? I'll show her. I said, what's this? What do you mean Tinder? What do you mean you're not sleeping? Bro, come on, mate. You got nip shit in the bud straight away. You can't let it go. You can't just keep letting things. It'll just get worse. Brother, there's absolutely zero reason to have Tinder on your phone if you're married or in a relationship. I'm not going to spitball or anything, but you should definitely bring this up to her. Of course, you'll end up saying it's nothing. But you definitely need to do something before anything escalates into anything serious. For your own health, confront her. Bro, people who disagree with you, they're just dumb. They're stupid. They're idiots, bro. What do you, like, so what are you supposed to do? Not say anything? Like, what else are you supposed to do? Of course you have to confront her. You have to tell her, what's this? What are you doing? 1,000? Bro, 1,000. 1,000. Not one, not two, not three, not 100. 1,000. Bro, you're out of your mind. Because bro, him not saying anything now, he's gonna carry on inside him. It's gonna get worse. He's gonna lash out at her. They're gonna get into a big argument. It's gonna come out anyways. If he didn't tell her right now, it might not come out in a week. It might not come out in 2 weeks. But in a month, 2 months, it's definitely going to come out. So you might as well have the conversation now, bro. Like, oh, come on. Thank you. Grow a fucking pair and do something about it. Like, bro, exactly. Like, why are you being such a pussy? Yeah, if she asks what's wrong, say, yeah, this is what's wrong. And you show her that 1,000 Tinder matches. Oh, see, I'm sorry, bro. Like, these are the people that piss me off. If right now her self-esteem is bad, as you said, she could have done it for the ego boost and nothing more. I totally agree. She's probably just doing it for confidence. Has no interest in pursuing anything. Oh, wow, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of it. Go. Leave. Go, mate. Just go. Stop walking, bro. Just get out of here, man. Dude, there's honestly no need to talk to her. There's only one reason to have Tinder on your phone. She's either fucking around or getting ready to. Facts. And this, bro, I'm ending it here, bro. Fuck you for almost ruining a marriage because you think all women are cheating and have zero understanding of postpartum depression. Bro, I'm done. I'm not saying no more. Nada. Now they expect us to tip non-humans. Yeah, let's tip ChatGPT, yeah?
There are no employees, right? So... wait for this. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get an iced tea or something.
Good choice.
Let's see.
Lipton iced tea. Number one.
Period. That's all I want. Now, I'm not gonna see any employees. I'm not seeing it all. This is what I see. I see a checkout here, right? Okay. So I scan it. Okay. Now, I'm going to flip you around just so you see what I see. See that? So I'm going to say next. Would I like to leave a tip? I have not seen a single employee. I have scanned my own Perrier, and now the robot wants me to tip it.
Hey, shout out ChatGPT. You know what though? That's one thing I don't even understand about America is your tipping culture is crazy. Like, if the server gives you extraordinary service, yeah, I don't mind tipping. Sometimes you have really nice waiters, you don't mind tipping, $5, $10, that's fine. But bro, apparently in America, the restaurants pay them like a couple dollars an hour, and they make most of their money from tips. Bro, whoa. That is generally the craziest thing I've ever heard, bro. Like, I want to visit America. Yeah? America looks sick. I want to visit it, yeah? Just to see how it is. But bro, I'm not going to be so checked out. Like, because even when you guys go to the store, for example, it could say, I don't know, a bottle of water, $1. Then I'll grab the bottle of water. I have my dollar bill ready. The guy scans it, he goes, yeah, it's $1.69. I'm like, bro, what? Like, they do the VAT calculated like at the counter apparently. So how do you know how much money to bring? Like, do you guys do the math in your head? Like, how does that work? Say you have like $10 and you have to get a few things. How do you know those $10 are enough? Like, do you know like the VAT calculations are off your head? Like, how does that even work? But yeah, bro, even this tipping thing, like, I'm not even surprised, bro. I'm not even surprised. My friend took advantage of me when I was in the hospital. Trigger warning, mood spoiler, cat spoiler. Trigger warning, discussion of abuse, discussion of infidelity, drugs, animal abandonment. Mood spoiler, sad but oop will be okay. Bro, what does that even mean? Cat spoiler. Alvin the cat is currently okay, but things aren't 100% resolved. Bro, I feel like I'm on drugs. What does that mean? Also, the original post was removed by Reddit's filters. I don't know what that means, so you got this one here. I was away from my home for a month for planned surgery plus recovery. This was a very intensive surgery. I'm 6 weeks out right now and I can still barely walk. At the last minute, my hired pet sitter cancelled on me and I was desperate to find a replacement. I offered that money to a friend who was having housing difficulties. She was to take care of my house and pets. I let her stay in my home while I was gone, and I even bought $3,000 worth of groceries for her. Very nice friend. The agreement was for her to take care of my kittens and fish and to have the house tidied up before I got home. My car would be there in case of an emergency, but otherwise, please avoid driving it. It's a lease and I would have an allotment of miles I can drive before I have to pay extra. That's fair enough. After I was admitted into the hospital, she moved her own cat in and also her boyfriend in. When I got home, my house was an absolute disaster. Dishes piled up in the sink, took me 4 loads to clear. Dishes and leftover food scattered around the house, cat vomit left to dry on the floor, bags of cat litter clumps in the hallway, half full trash bags left in the entryway, stains on the couch, floors and counters filthy. There was a 3-foot circle of wood ash on the floor around the fireplace. They used up about 8% of my winter wood pile, so now I don't have enough wood to last me the rest of the winter. What pricks? So here I am post-surgery and barely able to walk, scrubbing the floors, doing dishes, taking out the trash, sweeping and mopping and vacuuming. But there's only so much I can physically do before I'm in massive pain. Well, you guessed it, I've been in massive pain every night since the first night, doing too much trying to clean up after her. It hasn't even been a week. She tried to negotiate with me to stay at the house for several more weeks or longer to help with the kids and take care of you. No, not a chance, but I'm so weak right now that I had to play it off as tactfully as I could. What resulted was her staying an extra 2 days, her useless boyfriend sitting on my couch, eating my food, watching me clean up, and not offering to help. She at least cooked food for me the next day. Bro, what? Bro, I don't care if I am dying. If I'm helping you out and your partner is sitting in my house, just sitting there eating my food and watching me clean up and struggle, bro, I don't care, bro. If I have no legs, no arms, I am swinging. I'm throwing shit. I don't care, bro. What is that? I called my 2 besties, a married couple, and asked them to come by to ensure those 2 left my house when the lift arrived to take them home. I told them hours beforehand to pack up and be ready to leave. They waited until 10 minutes prior to finally start packing, and the lift driver had to wait half an hour for them. As they were leaving, the boyfriend was questioning my friend and asking him how long they were staying. He grey rocked with excellence. The boyfriend was all, I'm just concerned about her. I want to make sure she was the help she needs, and I'll be back to help out as much as I can. That arsehole did absolutely nothing to help and made everything harder on me. Bro, she should have said this to, I don't know if she said this to the guys, but I would have told him, bro, get the fuck out of the house. Bro, get out of the house. I'll tell him straight. You're a dickhead. Get out of the house. As soon as they were gone, my real friend sent me to bed and helped clean up my kitchen and living room. My kids also helped out. Even with that, I will still end up having to spend time over the next several days cleaning up after them. I still haven't tried to remove the couch stains, but at least my son vacuumed all the crumbs and such of the cushions and cleared up the fireplace. And then I discovered my car. I had given her permission for 2 non-emergency trips in the city about 30 miles away. She also admitted to using my car a little bit while I was gone. I was too weak to make a fuss of it. Well, it turns out they drove my car over 1,000 miles! These parasites took absolutely advantage of me while I was at my weakest. So today I sent a text requesting they pay me 30 cents per mile of unauthorized use, which adds up to $255. I'll either get some money back for my troubles, or I'll scare them away so badly that I'll never be able to see them or deal with them again. Either way, it's so in. Why in God's name didn't you ask your 2 besties right from the get-go? Why did you ask some scumbag friend? Yeah, they asked me the same thing. I was stressed and panicking and didn't think they would be available with their job, especially since I live a good 45 minutes drive from them. I figured it was easier to help a friend in need than to impose upon them. I suffered for my choice. They say this woman, if she was my friend, yeah, and she told me this, bro, I'm putting hands on him. I don't care, bro. And I'm putting hands on her as well. I don't care. No, I'm joking. That was satire. But I'm definitely putting hands on him. What is that, bro? Bro, what's wrong with these people? Can you imagine how, like, messed up in your head you have to be to do this to someone? You know someone's in the hospital. They're suffering. They're going... She said she was really weak. I don't really know what happened with her. Did she say? Let me check. Well, it just says it was an intensive surgery. Bro, imagine that, bro. Like, what goes through people's heads, bro? Like, how can you even do this? How can you do this to someone? And what she's asking them to pay her $255, bro. With all the shit they done, you think they're going to pay you $255? No way, bro. They're probably not even going to reply to you. Bro, the absolute piss take. Look, and they drove 11 100 miles. And she's saying she has kids and she has a son that helped her clean up. I'm guessing the son is very young. But bro, if that was my mom, bro, the things I'm doing to that guy, I swear down, bro.